All right, welcome to Dean Bodie Show. Dan, 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 dan. Dean Bodie Show. How is everybody doing? What's going on? DeanBodie.com is the website. We got the links on there. Take you to the podcast, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts. The social link will take you over to the YouTube channel, DeanBodi space show YouTube channel. All the teasers are on there. Bodie's in all the teasers. You don't want to miss those. And the regular podcast length video is on there. We don't chop them up like some of these other ones do. A little piece over here, a little piece over there. You get the whole thing, just like the audio. So you can digest it any way you want, but you want to catch them both because you get different vibes. You see different things on the video and all that other stuff. That being said, we're having a great day over here today. I hope you are too. And Bodie got groomed today by Pet Love Mobile Grooming. They do a great job for Bodie. She's all shined up and all dolled up. Good girl, Bodie. Good girl. Good girl, Bodie. She's the best girl in the world, all groomed and feeling fresh. DeanBodie.com, 800-878-9698. The Bodie hotline. The Bodie, I'm feeling good and I'm just got groomed line. Call us. Leave something fun on there. Leave a little story about something going on with you. We can make it a feature on our show. Make it positive. Anything going on there. How much you like the show. Say something nice to Bodie. Say your first name, where you're from. I don't know, who is it? Oh, is it Phil from Atlanta, Georgia? Oh, maybe it's I don't know. Maybe it's Timmy from Orlando, Florida, for all we know. Or it could be Bob from Denmark. We're reaching out to all these places. Anyways, just do it. Have some fun with it. We'll make it a feature on our show. We're having a great time. The numbers are going up every day. We're doing this every day. You're with us every day. We appreciate you every day. And we're coming at you daily because life comes at you daily, not weekly and monthly. And that being said, we're going to talk about some cool stuff today and get into a little bit track and field and 360. Oh, some of the stuff in elementary school. I'm going way back there to Kenwood Elementary. Shout out. We'll call it my elementary alma mater, if you can even do that. We did some track and field stuff, man. We had a wild physical education coach, and he would make us do all kinds of stuff. For example, some of the events like you see in the Olympics, the offbeat ones, like the shot put or the discus throwing. We never got into the javelin. I guess it was okay to throw a shot put at another kid, but you didn't want to throw a spear and stab him with a spear. That wouldn't be good. So let's not give the kids a harpoon to play with. But the shot put was like this monster, like a hand-size heavy bowling ball. And you'd have to just put this thing under your chin. There was a certain technique. You spin around and then you launch it, you push it, and see how far you could throw it. This is a real Olympic event. Some of these dudes, and usually these guys are like monsters, 350 pounds of solid oak tree muscle, and they do that spin around move and then launch it. That thing flies. So imagine if he had you and picked you up in the air, he'd probably toss you around the room. He would make the perfect bouncer for the nightclub. When I worked at Water Street down in the Marietta Square in Georgia, Mike, the bouncer, the bounty hunter / bouncer, would launch you down the stairs. He must have been great at the shot put. I never asked him, but I have a feeling he was. Because when he grabbed you and he tossed you, you were gone. You were out of there. And I'm glad he was a friend of mine. Again, shout out to you, Mike. You're awesome. And so the shot put was one off the beaten path with the track and field. And I love watching the javelin and the disc throwing also was something that we did. And it's just like a little disc, and you would take it and kind of have a technique of like this style under the hand kind of, and throw this thing and spin around like the shot put guys does and just chuck the disc as far as you could. Crazy. whole techniques in that. You had the, what's this other one called? This like ball and chain thing that you would take and you'd go around in circles and swing this ball and chain and then launch that thing. The hammer throw or something like that, I think it's called. Those are the events I love watching rather than your normal stuff. And I remember also like junior high, I think we got into some of the high jumping things, and that's when you see kids start getting into the pole vault and all that stuff. You watch some of these pole vaulters. I never got into that or tried that, but what a nutty event. You're running with this pole, you stick it in this hole, and you launch yourself over a pole. Crazy. Every now and then you'd see one of these guys break the pole in half. It's like, get it together, guys. It's not supposed to break. It's supposed to bend and then launch. So whoever's making those that break every once in a while, fix it. Okay? That's what's supposed to happen. But the high jump I did try. And I remember this jump called the Fosbury Flop, as it was. There was a way you could jump going forward and roll yourself over the bar. That was not the Fosbury Flop. The Fosbury Flop was the run, and you would do a back bend and go back over the bar, and then at the end kick your feet up so you'd clear the bar. How cool was that? I love watching those events on the Olympics, watching these guys do the Fosbury Flop at a super high level and jump crazy heights. The shot put, the discus throw, and the javelin, and the hammer throw, which is that ball and chain. My favorite stuff to watch, by far. And the short distance and the sprints are fun to watch too. And these guys, I just love the track and field more than I do the Winter Olympics because I just didn't grow up in the snow, okay? Yeah, I like watching the guys fly through the air on the skis and the ski jump. The crazy people. I can't imagine doing that at that level and those ski jumps and they're flying through the air like they do. Absolutely nuts. But that kind of stuff I like watching is kind of cool. So that's kind of the little track and field. I just wanted to go around that a little bit. I had some memories. I was thinking about the track and field. Every now and then when I'm channel surfing and I find some track and field stuff, boom, I nail it because I want to watch it. Oh, yeah. So next time you see track and field while you're channel surfing, hit it. Check it out. You'll be glad you did. So, oh yeah, there was also the long jump and stuff like that where you'd jump as far as you could and land in the sand and they'd measure it. Okay, so the 360, I got to get into this, man, because when I was, first of all, fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. Oh, Frank Sinatra. Man, we started playing some of that today. Get that greatest hits and do some Sinatra and kick back, you know, and just get into the zone like they used to back in the day. Little Dean Martin Sinatra, but we're on the Sinatra vibe right now. Fly me to the moon. Wow. So, I got lost in Sinatra. Easy to do, man. Well, I missed that guy. He was so awesome. So, the 360, when I was a skateboarder, if you could do the 360, which was spin the skateboard once around with your feet on it and land. One full rotation, 360. Half a rotation, 180. Can you see the guy doing the math, huh? And if you did 1.5, I think it was like a 540, and etc. as you add things on. But when you went from the 180 and you got that 360, or you got that 360 or that 540, 1.5, that was a major step up. You were starting to get it. There was always this one kid. I remember going to one of these skateboard contest events to watch these pros do it. And it was at one of the skateboard parks in Fort Lauderdale. And this team was out there. You know, they're all wearing the same shirts and competition kind of stuff. And this one kid must have been about, I don't know, 11, 12 years old. And he got on the skateboard and he did the 360 about 10 times in a row. And he just had that balance like one of those dancers that's doing like a pirouette. And I watched this kid and was mesmerized by how he could do that. I'm like, if I could get that down and I could do that many in a row, you are the man. The end. Just like when I used to pop a wheelie and go forever. Come on, man. I was good. But that 360, I can maybe, if I was lucky, get 3. Maybe lucky. That's a really good day. But 1 was no problem. Okay? 1.5, no problem. 2 was hard to get every time. But every now and then things would click. But it was all about the balance and how you would turn. And if you could just figure that balance turning technique out, and you would end up getting that rhythm going, and momentum would just take you, I could never get that dialed in. But I was in awe watching this kid, man. This young kid would just crush it. Other tricks on the skateboard that bring the memories up to the front. Number 1, the regular wheelie, when you push the back and you skid on your skid plate, you can do that wheelie. Or the wheelie without using the skid plate and try just to do it on the wheels. Harder. Harder than that was the nose wheelie. Oh! The nose wheelie was you cruising and then putting both of your feet up at the front of the board, tilting it down, and you got that nose wheelie going like this. Very hard to do. I could do a little bit, but then you fall way too many times. Some of these pros were awesome at it, and they could also take it another step further, not just the nose wheelie, but do 2 skateboards. One foot is on the back of one board in the front. The other foot is on the front of the other. So you got this thing going on, and you're going, and you're figure eighting, and you're swirling back and forth. Really cool stuff, freestyle stuff I used to love watching. I could do the kick flip. From the standing position, your foot's underneath the board, you kick it up in the air, it makes it turn full, one full turn, the wheels land and you land on it at the same time. Oh, and you landed that one felt good. I could nail that once in a while, the kick flip. Man, some of the extreme games, you watch these guys do their thing now on the half pipe, and all this kinds of stuff. These guys are a whole nother level. But back in the day, that was the fun. You just wanted to get that 360 down first. The one other thing that I remember doing too, which is kind of crazy, it was called tic-tacking. And you would go back and forth with the front of the board, left to right, and tic-tac all the way down the sidewalk without pushing at all. And you would just go back and forth. And this was a way that you could get down the road tic-tacking back and forth. It was cool. Once you learned how to do that, you could do that for pretty far. And that was fun. And you get the tic-tacking thing going. So, just like when you're doing the yo-yo, there's a few tricks that you were good at and some that you never got good at. Same with the skateboarding. The 360, you got 1 around, or maybe you could get 2 around. Hey, you're up there in the higher percentile. You could do the nose wheelie longer than somebody else. You could do the wheelie. Oh, man. It was too much fun. I miss that skateboarding stuff like you don't even know. Awesome! So, she's a good girl, Bodie. She's the best girl in the world. She's the good girl, Bodie. Yeah, the best girl in the world. Yeah! DeanBodie.com, 800-878-9698. Hit the website. Make the phone call. You know, you got the links on there to go over to the podcast. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts. Google, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. You go to iHeartRadio, hit search, put it in there. Dean Bodie Podcast. DeanBodi Podcast. It's coming up. You Google it. It's coming up. You put it in Stitcher. It's coming up. All right. Deezer. There's one called Deezer we're on. It's coming up on Deezer. So, the love of my life, Bodhi. She's all groomed and shiny. She's taking a little power nap right now. Man, I love her so much. Listen, through the hot season, and the coat is very thick, and she goes through this thing, you got to keep an eye on it because things get in there, and you can get little hot spots, allergy seasons and things like that from different grasses and weeds. So we've learned that during the hot seasons, every 6 weeks, the groomer comes out. You don't want to bathe the Shiba Inu too much, because you mess with the oils, the natural oils, and you don't want to dry out the skin by too much. You got to find that balance. And we have found 6 weeks seems to be working pretty good. And we've noticed that we plugged the allergy shot in because it was a necessity, because she was really going through a rough time at one point. And that was the one thing we didn't try. We did the medicated shampoos and things like this, and the conditioner. We found a nice conditioner that's got the aloe, and it's got the, the hydrogen peroxide and things like that. The combo shampoo conditioner that works unbelievable now. We found one that really works. Hey, a little birdie, I was walking around PetSmart, and the girl that worked there says, this is what I do in my dog. The medicated stuff didn't work, and I tried it, and it's helped out big time. But didn't get us all the way over the hump. The allergy shot, we'd try it. Let's see what happens. Hey, I don't know. I'm not a wolf. So, and I don't roll around in the grass with no clothes on. Okay? So, we tried it, and it made a big difference. This Bodhi's not going to be suffering on my watch. They're on the planet about 15 years, 20 years. It's a good life. Come on. We share our treats. I want to make sure that she feels good all the way through her life. And that's all. Being uncomfortable is not fun. If you have a scratch and you're itching your scratchy too much, and you have an itch and you're scratching your itch, or itching your scratch, depending on who you are, come on, you want some help and some relief. Otherwise, you go cuckoo bird, right? Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Yeah! Ba-da-ba-da-ba, ba-dee-da-ba, ba-ba-da-ba. Can you hear that big band music in the background? Because that's what you're going to hear when you put the Sinatra on. Oh, I'm getting chills. Do it. Put the Sinatra on. You'll have a day. Just make it a Sinatra kind of day. You'll see. It'll change your state. Oh. So, man, that was fun talking about all that stuff. And listen, let's check something out, because I don't want to shortchange anybody on the Dean Bodie Show. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Ba-ba-ba, what a wonderful day. La-ba-da-dee-da-da-da-da-da. Zippity-doo-dah, ya-ba-dee-dee. Da-da-dee-da-da-da-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ping pong and hula hoops. Oh! Hey, Billy! Yeah? Remember when you used to be really good at the hula hoop? Remember that? And you were pretty good at ping pong, too, from what I remember. Oh, yeah, I was really good, especially at the hula hoop. So, ping pong and the hula hoops at ALEXA told us something today that is actually National Junk Food Day. Really? Let's check in with my sidekick just to make sure. Hey, Alexa. Good morning.
Good morning. Today is National Junk Food Day. So good news, fruits and veggies. You get the day off.
Wow. National Junk Food Day. So, along with all the stuff that we always talk about with the health stuff and the weight loss tips and all, and if you got health problems, this is not a good holiday for you. Okay? Maybe it's, I don't know, she's given us permission to have a cheat day, which is fine, but come on. It's like a national day now? I got a kick out of that today. So listen, if you got health problems, don't listen to ALEXA on especially today. It's not going to help you. That's all we need is to fill up more hospitals by somebody who goes into like a diabetic coma because ALEXA said it was okay. Don't do it. Dean Bodie's telling you not to do it. A couple weight loss tips before we go into ping pong and hula hoops. Look, as far as eggs go, weight loss tip, get rid of the yolks. Only go with the whites, okay? Not because the yolks are bad for you. It's actually good protein. Nothing wrong with that. It's the good cholesterol, not the bad. Dr. Dean dropping knowledge, but it's got a lot of fat. So take away the yolks and take any kind of nuts out of the diet. A lot of fat there too. Now, if you want to balance the sodium potassium in the egg whites only, hey, throw some raisins in there, high in potassium. Throw some spinach in there, high in potassium. Any of the green leafies are high. And you balance out the sodium and potassium in there because egg whites have a high sodium count, in case you didn't know. Don't be a schmuggler. Eat some more arugula. Don't be a Kaninich. Eat more spinach. So, with the ping pong and the hula hoops, man, the hula hoop was wild. That hoop you put around your waist and you would do the little shimmy and move your hips and get that rhythm of the hula hoop. And it would make that noise in there, that shk, 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 that noise. And when you got that rhythm going, how much fun was that? You know? That was awesome. Some of these crazy people with the hula hoops can get one going on their leg, one's going on the arm, the other one on the other arm, and they're swirling all kinds of stuff around the neck. They got about 8 of them going at the same time. Okay, I'm talking about just regular. Finding that rhythm. Shk, shk, shk. Oh man, just that sound takes me right back. Unreal. The ping pong, oh man, the ping pong, well, I'm going back to Continental Park, okay? When I used to go to a summer camp out there, they played all these kinds of cool games out there, and ping pong was one of them, and we'd have little competitions, and everything was for like a ribbon. There was one kid there that was Mr. Defensive Ping Pong guy. No offensive technique whatsoever. You'd slam it at him, because I was more offensive kind of technique. I wanted to slam it and curve it and do the smash and all that stuff, which I was pretty good. The backhand, the forehand, and this guy was just Johnny on the spot defensive. And the same motion, he would return everything you threw at him. No matter how fast, how hard, he would just return it back. No offense, nothing. And he would beat just about everybody. It was so frustrating. It's like, this guy's got no style. He's got no pizzazz. He's got no slices. He's got no slamming. He's got no curve. He's got no wicked backhand and this kind of huge forehand that goes over the net with like a curve. Nothing. Just returns everything you threw at him, and over time, he was going to make you make the mistake. Ow! Not bad, though. If you could play like that. I didn't have it was too boring of a playing style. Hey, but he was very effective. Shout out to, I forget his name, but you were majorly consistent. Unreal. So, how fun was this today talking about all this stuff? Man, we're coming at you daily at Dean Bodie. Numbers are going up all the time. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Ring the bell. You don't want to miss any of these shows because these are real shows. That bell's going to remind you. Do a nice 5-star rating and a nice review on the podcast. We'd really appreciate it. Subscribe. Click the like button. We love you here, Dean Bodie. We want to be a shining light coming your way. Tap into some memories. Do some sing-alongs. Use your voice. Leave a sing-along on the phone number, on the Bodie line, the Bodie Fun line. 800-878-9698. Your voice is the best voice. You do you. We love the rough edges over here at Dean Bodie. We love it. And make the mistakes. And you know what? Mr. and Mrs. Perfect, if you're watching, hey, Emerald. That's right. Get your own show. Come on. Why do we season both sides? So both sides taste good. Oh yeah! She's the good girl Bodie. She got groomed today. Oh yeah! She's the good girl Bodie. She's all shiny and new. Oh yeah! DeanBodie.com website. Have fun on the website. You'll see pictures of us. Put your email on there. Become on the list. You want to do some back and forth and say, hey, how are you? What's going on with Bodie? Your dog is so gorgeous and beautiful, as she knows herself already. 800-878-9698. We're coming at you daily, because life comes at you daily, not weekly and monthly. And before we go, fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. Ya da 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 dee da da da. You we adore. Have an awesome day. We will talk to you tomorrow. Hey, don't bathe in the COVID schmovid pandemic schmandemic. Don't be a schmuggler. Eat more arugula. Keep yourself healthy. Keep your immune system strong. Take care of yourself so you can take care of somebody else. Don't listen to ALEXA today with the Nation Junk Food Day. Not good. Not good. We don't recommend that, Dean Bodie. Keep yourself healthy. Get the water down. It's hot out there. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Make it a great day.